Alright, at the top right position is the yellow Zerg. We have NeMu Zerg, and at the bottom right is the blue Terran. We have Sawyer. It looks like it's 1-0 in favor of Sawyer right now. I got the bracket. You're all yelling at me 3 minutes in the future, or past, in the future. I fixed it, okay? Stop. I got it. Okay, so. Yes, this is still a round of 16 match. Still a best of 3. And I'm not sure what happened in the first game, but Sawyer was victorious. Of course, we already saw Sawyer play that fantastic TvZ against SPX. Also, I just realized that just now when I said stop, I was like pointing at the camera, totally unaware of the fact that there's actually no webcam on this screen, so you guys couldn't see the angry, scowling facial expression that I was making, which might be for the best, actually. Perhaps that is better, but it kind of makes me look like an idiot. I mean, I was pointing at a camera that wasn't even on. I wonder if I'm like hitting the wire or something every time I jiggle in my chair. Maybe that's why it keeps breaking. Alright, well, let's see here. TvZ action on Fighting Spirit. Barracks gonna be made somewhere here. So that's a bit late. You see that? That was 200 minerals. I don't know, maybe that's correct timing though, because it's on 11. So maybe that's fine. Maybe the SCB was just late, or just wasn't queued. I don't know. I'm trying to find something interesting to say. Cataclysmical says something like 20 to 30% of solitaire games are unwinnable. That sounds awful, man. Why would you want to play a game where like 30% of the time you can't even win it? It's terrible. Wait, oh no, he did blow the pool. Okay, 12 hatch from Mr. NeMu, and looks like it's gonna be a 1-Rex expand from Mr. Sawyer. Bum, 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 bum. Alrighty, it's like SCB guy getting the first scout off. Unfortunately for NeMu, he's not. Interestingly, his Overlord scouted the correct direction, but he has just no idea that he actually has the the Overlord in the right place. He's still drone scouting. Alright, now he's gonna see. Is he gonna see? Yeah, so now he's gonna see. Oh wait, yeah. So now I can just bring the drone home and know what's going on. Meanwhile, 3-hatch builds coming in for NeMu. So very very standard stuff here from both players. It's interesting. In Gambit's Cup actually on Friday, I watched NeMu play 2-hatch Muta against Marwin on Town Cross, I think. But not gonna do that here. And SCV guy gonna get away with 8 minerals. Well, maybe he's not gonna get away. I don't know. Let's see here. He's gonna do the little juking action. I wonder if he's gonna keep this alive. So he's already seen the 3-hatch, right? The next, oh, I guess not. I was gonna say the next possible thing he could really see that would be of value would be whether it's a den or a spire, but that would be a really long time away. So, you know, I would have been quite surprised if the SCV could survive that long with 4-lings running it down in the corner of the base. Looks like we have a fast +1 build from Sawyer. So Sawyer, despite being an old school player, is up to date with the current meta, which is pretty nice. And looks like Lair still on the way for NeMu. We'll have to keep an eye on that. I mean, you know, 90% of the time, I think it's going to be a Spire, 3-hatch Muta, possibly even more than 90% of the time. Having said that, I think the last 2 TvZs, or you know, in the last couple of days of casting, I've seen, I'm pretty sure 2 or 3 TvZs where the Zerg opened Lurker against his opponent. I think like True Touch did it once against Koget maybe yesterday, and I think Eon Zerg did it as well, maybe? I'm not sure about that one though, but True Touch definitely did, and I was quite surprised by that. But it doesn't look like we're having Lurkers here. It's definitely going to be a Spire for NeMu. If he was going Lurker, he would have made the den at halfway spire completion. That would allow the buildings to finish at the same time, of course. You know, it's quite funny. That's one of those things that I used to say a lot, and I kind of just stopped saying it because I just kept repeating myself. But I realized I haven't said that in a while, and you know, we do have potentially, or I hope we have some, you know, newer folks here to StarCraft who are just kind of, you know, starting to learn the game, maybe watching some of Day9's Let's Play or Let's Learn StarCraft videos. So, you know, if that's the case, then definitely welcome. I hope you're enjoying the games. I'll try to fill you in on what's going on. I think this, for example, would be quite a good game to learn from. Interestingly, this den, I'm pretty sure is a fake. So, so nowadays, I think we're seeing this more and more, where Zerg will get both a Spire and a Hydralisk den. And if the Terran scans one and not the other, oh, he saw both. Look, he sees the den and the Spire. So I've turned off NeMu's vision here. So Sawyer with the great scan here. Now, the thing is, he can't know for certain still whether it's Lurker or whether it's Muta. But I would say the vast majority of the time when you see the double tech here, it is going to be for Mutas. Especially since he actually got this later, I think. He didn't build it straight away. Now, Sawyer's going to go for an attack here. The Lynx is poking around a little bit. He's forced 3 sunken colonies from NeMu, and he doesn't need to commit. I think he should just go home. He might scan this, or he might, you know, poke in a little bit and just see what's there. Yeah, he goes in, he sees exactly what's there. He loses a firebat, unfortunately, but does... Oh, wow, he's actually going to lose an extra medic and a marine as well. That's actually more important, I think, given that mutas are coming out. And as I said, mutas are coming out here. But the fact that he had to make 3 sunken colonies means he wasn't able to afford 9. So normally when you go 3H muta, you would like to save all the larvae from 3 hatcheries to make 9 mutas straight away. So that little move out by Sawyer basically meant NeMu couldn't quite afford it. Although having said that, it looks like he was too short on gas rather than minerals, which is kind of strange. I'm not sure why that would be. If it was actually gas limiting him rather than minerals, that would be an error in the build order rather than actually an error, or rather than just being forced into that by the marine attack. And looks like we got 4 racks from Sawyer. What's that? Factory and turret. Okay, seems good. So it's not quite the fast +1 5 racks, obviously. You only build 4 barracks, but that's actually a perfectly valid variation of the build to not go for or to go for 4 instead of 5 barracks. But he's taking quite a bit of damage here at the natural. This should really not be allowed to happen. Looks like his +1 isn't quite done yet. This is not good for Sawyer. And his Marines aren't moving out either. I don't know what his Marines are doing. Interestingly, NeMu, by the way, is taking the 3 o'clock base instead of the top left main. Normally, of course, you would take the top left main as your 3rd base, as your 3rd gas base, but he's taken the 3 o'clock. Now, this is a hidden base, effectively. You know, even though it looks kind of funky, it's like right next to the Terran, it's actually a hidden base. It's interesting because Eon Zerg did something similar against Koget as well, though he was even more ballsy and took it cross map underneath Koget's natural on Circuit Breaker. Anyway, whoa! That is a lot of sunkens. That seems a little bit excessive there from NeMu. Building 8 sunken colonies. Man, I don't think you need 8 sunken colonies. Okay, I get it. You don't want to die. Your mutas are being aggressive, but I mean that kind of, is he gonna build another one? That kind of like negates the damage that he's done, right? Although having said that, that is not many SCVs. That cost him a lot of drones, it cost him a lot of minerals. I mean, this is effectively like 9 drone kills, right? Or is that 8? Apparently I'm dumb, because that's 8. Apparently, so that's basically 8 drone kills for Sawyer. But we do have a lot of mutas. I think he might be going Guardians, actually. He's going Guardians. Yes, we do have a Greater Spire on the way for NeMu. Since he was able to keep most of his mutas alive, and he also made a few more, he will be going Guardians back here. Very popular strategy nowadays, actually, in TvZ. Does Sawyer know about the space, though, now? I heard a scan. Did he, like, scan the mutas and see the creep or something? He knows. He's going up there. He knows. Sawyer knows about the space. Bottom left, by the way, is NeMu Zerg trying to take it, but a Marine does scout here. Nice scouting. Look at the minimap. Blue all over the place. Sawyer knows there must be a third base somewhere, so he was scouting all over the place. But what can he do against the Guardians that are incoming? I think he only has one starport. No, he's got a second starport building, so he was going for the SK Terran style double starport, and that's going to be crucial, because what he's going to want to do as soon as he knows that this is coming, he's going to want to make Wraiths. He's going to be making Wraiths out of 2 starports. Interestingly, NeMu not canceling this and taking the 12 o'clock. The main Marine Force needs to do something. It's completely inactive right now. And there are the Guardians morphing. He needs to make Wraiths. Does he know that this is happening? I'm actually not sure. Scourge are here to help deal with Wraiths as well. More Marines heading down here to deny this third base. The hatchery is actually finished. NeMu has actually allowed the hatchery to finish, but that's going to be in super big danger from these Marines. Looks like Sawyer might even leave a few here just to intercept. I'm not really sure what. Oh man, wait, and here come the Guardians. Here come the Guardians for NeMu. Gonna completely shut down this base for the time being. Meanwhile, he is taking the 6 o'clock though. And are the Wraiths being produced? He got a vessel. No, he did get 2 Wraiths. He did scout it. He must have seen it because Sawyer, remember, he scanned the Spire initially, but now those Earthlings are coming in. The Medic Marine Army, look at it. They're all out on the map. He sent the entire army to the bottom left. A big mistake from Sawyer. He sent his entire army to kill a hatchery that was already killed by the initial 3 Marines and is now losing his entire natural. He's losing his main base. Big overcommitment by Sawyer. Those 3 Marines just took it down by themselves, but he sent all of his army to kill it. However, the Guardians are now over land. They are no longer over sea, but it looks like it doesn't matter. They're going to kill everything. I think NeMu is going to win the game. Sawyer is getting absolutely ripped apart here. And GG from Sawyer. But anyway, at the 6 o'clock as the Red Terran, we do have Sawyer. And at the 9 o'clock is the Blue Zerg. We do have NeMu Zerg. Close air spawns on Python. Oh, goody. Oh me, oh my. This could be a very interesting game 3 here. That's what happens when you got good old Python in the map pool. And interestingly, NeMu opting not to scout the close air position. I guess he's going to do that with the second Overlord, deciding instead to get the first Overlord here quickly just to make sure it doesn't get killed by like some kind of crazy 8 racks or something. And yeah, I guess we'll see whether they go for similar builds. I mean, the opening of that game was very standard. 1 racks expand into 4 racks get versus 3H Muta opening. Sawyer's defense against the 3H Muta was really not great. However, I think it's easier to defend against them on this map. So if you think about it, you see the minerals at the natural are pressed against the map edge. So mutas can't like fly around the back very easily. They can only hit it from the side. Similarly, at the main base, you have a lot of space behind here to build turrets, to have Marines run around here. So it's much harder, I think, to muta harass the first 2 bases on Python compared to fighting Spirit, where you have this beautiful little like high ground cliff thing behind and you can just micro all day. Yeah, so we'll see if NeMu decides to go muta again or decides to go for some kind of lurker build instead, or even potentially some kind of, I don't know, like sneaky slow lurker slow drop or something. You can like slow drop across this cliff, for example. Could be quite fun, and also have your overlords, be fairly safe doing that. Okay, so it's a 12 hatch from NeMu, as we can see, and doing the drone scout again, although his overlord is going to come into vision just now. He shouldn't reveal it to the SCVs. He should click this and turn away. Oh, he's actually not doing it. Yeah, he does it now. Does Sawyer see it? Sawyer actually didn't see it, though. Did he see it? No. Okay, so Sawyer actually still didn't see the overlord, but actually with this overlord, you don't need to come into vision of SCVs. You can just click to see if the minerals are less than 1,500, and if they are, then you know that your opponent is mining there. So yes. New Protoss just said in chat that this is supposed to be pronounced Savior and not Sawyer because it's not an English name. I can actually believe that because he's Polish, right? So and True Touch's name is definitely not spelled True Touch in the English sense, but it is pronounced True Touch. So maybe, but I mean, unless somebody, I don't know. I don't want to just change it because of some random person in chat. So I'll wait for confirmation. I'll keep calling him Sawyer for now. Also, the connotation of Savior in the Brood War scene is not particularly positive, so I definitely don't want to just randomly do that. And looks like we have a 2-hatch build. 2-hatch build again. Very likely to be 2-hatch Muta, especially since they are close air positions. I think that'll be extremely strong. They will come out so fast against Sawyer, who is going for the 1-Rax expand again, but he is going to scout this. This can be 2-hatch Lurker, but I really feel very strongly again that it is going to be 2-hatch Muta, especially since this one SCV is still going to keep scouting on. Like, if you can't kill this SCV, you know, there's no point going for the Lurkers. The Lurkers really benefit or kind of need the element of surprise to be effective. Whereas 2-hatch Muta, even if he scouts it, it doesn't. I don't think it really changes that much for you. You just, I mean, you're just relying on good Muta micro, right? It's not like a cheese build. It's not all in. It's just, well, I'm gonna have a really good Muta micro and do a ton of damage because I have Muta's really fast, and that's it. You know, how are you gonna defend? Now we actually don't have a fast +1 this time for Sawyer. He's actually going for 2-Rax Academy, I think. But what is this SCV doing? The Academy should not be here. It should be like here, right? No. He builds the factory before the Academy. That makes me extremely worried. So one benefit of the 2-hatch Muta over the 3-hatch Muta is, I believe with the 2-hatch Muta, the timing works out that you attack the Terran before Marine range is finished. So Marines obviously have 2 critical upgrades, Stim and Range. If you go 3-hatch Muta, they have both upgrades by the time you get there. If you go 2-hatch Muta, I think you have a timing window where the Marines don't have a range yet. Now in this case, Sawyer is also delaying his Academy to build the factory first, so his upgrades are going to be super late. You see, his Academy is not even halfway done yet. Like, he might not even have Stim when the Mutas get here, which is going to be really painful for him. Also, this also means his medics are delayed, so they're not they don't have time to actually build up medic energy for the heal. So I'm actually a little bit scared for Sawyer right now. He is building a lot of turrets though, which is good. One thing you have to be careful though is preferably you would want to build the turrets side by side so that the Mutas can't, like this turret for example, the Mutas can micro at this angle and take little to no damage from this turret. You need the turrets next to each other to cover each other so that when the Zerg tries to micro one of them down, he's consistently taking shots from both of the turrets, right? So for, you know, for Korean Terran players, for example, you'll typically see like one pair in the main, one pair at the barracks, and one pair at the natural. So like this is good. This is what you want. That's good. Meanwhile, looks like the Mutas are out. SCV's gonna see it, and that presumably is Stim. All right. So keep track. We need to keep track of the upgrades here. So Stim, I'm pretty sure, is not done yet for these Marines. You can see no medics either. Finally, the first medic popping out. But these 6 Mutas are definitely going to be able to do a number. I assume he would get Stim first and not range. And looks like, wow, he's actually just going to rely on making a billion turrets to not die. I think this is good. I think that's actually good from Sawyer. That's actually what he needs. He can't rely on the Marines at this point. He just needs mass turrets to not die. It looks like, whoa! And Stim finishes. Oh man, that's a lot of damage. Stim though is a very fast upgrade, which is nice for Sawyer. So even though he got that Academy a little bit late, it finished so fast. And oh my god, he's going Valkyries. Oh, I see. Okay, it all makes sense now. That's why he got the factory so quickly. He was rushing to get Valkyries, which will absolutely demolish these Mutalisks with the support of the Marines. But you can see, actually, interestingly, NeMu has already got his 3rd base up, and he's got his Hydra Den. So he's not going all in on the Mutas by any means. You know, you can 2-hatch Muta, depending on how you play it, depending on how much damage you do, you can turn it into an all-in build and go all in on the Mutas and just kill him with Mutaling. Or you can still transition out. However, the thing is, when you go 2-hatch Muta, you are economically weaker than when you go 3-hatch Muta, so you still need to do some damage at least, you know? Whereas, you know, 3-hatch Muta, you're okay to kind of just chill for a little bit, but 2-hatch Muta, you really want to do some damage. Now, killing 2 turrets is not really enough damage. And the Valkyrie has basically shut down the Mutas. I just see in chat now, Demurity saying, Factory before Academy is normal if you're going Valkyrie. So Demurity knew what was going on. He saw what was up. I had no idea. I'm I'm not a Terran player. I mean, I don't know any builds, so I had no idea. But apparently this is the thing to do. So Sawyer knew exactly what to do in this situation. Unfortunately for him, the back 2 turrets means that his main mineral line is a little bit exposed here. The Marines are kind of chilling by the turret. They don't actually want to just fight by themselves. Meanwhile, what is... oh, it's like Valkyrie coming back, getting some shots off. I'm trying to see what's going on. Okay, so the Hydras are out. They're going to morph into Lurkers. And it looks like this base is binding gas as well. And he's going to keep coming in here to the bottom. Ooh, nice little range on the missiles though. Sawyer is really low in supply though compared to his opponent. This is not great. Looks like the Valkyrie might be able to kill a free Overlord though, and might bait this Mutalisk to his death. Oh no, the Marines aren't in range. Wait, does he not have range? Wow, range isn't finished yet, guys. Marine range still isn't finished. I guess he forgot. There's no way it takes that long to finish, right? Because his stim was done like a mile ago? His stim was done a very long time ago. And now he's going to see the first Lurkers out. Does he have a bunker? Oh man, he needs a bunker at the front, I think. Wow, Sawyer's SCB count is really not that high. I think Sawyer's in trouble. Oh no! That is not good. That is very not good. Well, he's got the anti-muta comp, but he doesn't really have an anti-lurker comp. And he doesn't have or he doesn't have space for a machine shop to get siege tanks for his factory. I think he needs to lift this and go make some siege tanks somewhere. He needs to like flip this over here and make siege tanks. Well, he's building a bunker now. Oh man, there's the stim where the Valkyries are coming in there. It's a good angle for the Marines. It's a good spread for the Marines. The Valkyries are taking down all of the dudes. Dudes are dead, and the Lurkers are burrowing. They're leaving, and wow, Sawyer with a great angle, with a great hold there. Taking down another Lurker. It's a pretty close army exchange, but I thought Sawyer might have actually just died straight up to that attack. 2 Lurkers, though, are going to deny mining at the natural. 2 Lurkers are going to be denying the natural. 5 SCV kills so far. They could even take out the Comsat, which actually has full energy. Oh my god, NeMu's going for the kill, though. He's going for the win. Where's the scan? It's actually in turret range, so he doesn't need to scan. He probably wants to scan. I don't know. Does he want to scan? It doesn't matter. He's got units now. This is so bad for Sawyer. I think Sawyer is dead right here. Oh. No. Man, Sawyer, he was so focused on defending the 2-hash Muta that he just dies to the Lurkers. And GG from Sawyer. NeMu with the 2-1 comeback, taking down the best of 3.